What's going on, Flicks Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time for something a little bit different, not only because it is a Netflix original, but because it is a Tyler Perry movie. And if you guys know me, I don't really enjoy too much of Tyler Perry's work, more notably the Medea series. It was something that really turned me off to this guy's line of work. I know he's very successful in that whole field, and he did a couple of action movies that I really wasn't fond of. Now we get the Netflix original, A Fall from Grace, and this one did come out January 17th, 2020. Now, like I said before, this film is directed, written, and also stars Mr. Tyler Perry. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a slew of like Netflix originals, kind of like how Adam Sandler signed up with Netflix to put out a bunch of movies under the Netflix original title. But to my knowledge, I think this might be a Tyler Perry Netflix collabo, the first of its kind. Now, this film does star Crystal Fox as Grace, Phylicia Rashad as Sarah, and Brisha Webb as Jasmine. Now, like the title suggests, this movie does follow Grace, and she's an older woman who is going through a divorce, and she's pretty much just sworn off all men. But then her friend Sarah lets her know that, you know what, things are going to be okay. She needs to get back on the dating scene, and coincidentally, a man comes into her life that kind of sweeps her off her feet, makes her feel young again until some tragic events start to unfold. Now, that's as much as I can tell you guys without spoiling the movie. We actually just finished watching this movie in the comfort of our own homes, and I gotta say that's probably the best way and only way you guys are gonna see it, because I would not pay full price to see this in theaters. I'm not gonna say I hated this movie, guys, but I'm gonna go over some of the things that I liked and disliked about this movie. But before we get into all of that, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up if you guys do like movie content like this, and make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe and bell notification for more content like this. Alright, so my likes for A Fall from Grace. I thought the actress that played Grace did a phenomenal job. She was really believable. Like I said before, I don't really follow Tyler Perry's movies or his plays, so I don't know if this is an actress that was used in the past before, but I thought seeing Miss Crystal Fox and her performance in this film as someone that was kind of being accused of some events that unfolded towards the end of this movie, I thought she did a great job. I thought it was really believable, and I thought she was a sweet woman, especially towards the beginning of this film, as she's talking about she's kind of over men and just, you know, kind of just very content with being alone. I thought it was all genuine, like I said, as well as Phylicia Rashad, who plays Sarah, one of her best friends, or one of her closest friends she's known for about 6 years. I believe she might be even her neighbor in the film. I really didn't remember at all, but I think we all remember Phylicia Rashad as Claire Huxtable in the Cosby Show. That's probably where I remember her. I grew up on all of that, as well as like later on in life watching Nick at Night, all the reruns and stuff like that. So it was really cool seeing her in this role. Her acting was really above average and very believable. So I love the two main actresses in this film, and that's all I can really say, because when it kind of comes to the plot of this movie, things move so quick and just very cheesy about the whole love interest. And I understand you're trying to develop these characters, but it just seemed so hammed up, especially from the man who played Shannon. I really didn't kind of believe that he was in love with Grace's character. It seemed like he really needed to go back to acting school. I was just not believing it. And the music behind all of the love scenes and all of the, you know, romance that was going on was just so lifetimey and cheesy. It was almost cringeworthy, and I can't believe kind of Tyler Perry let it get to this level, because you know, we know him as someone that's a very distinguished director, and this felt like a made-for-TV movie. I understand it's on a streaming service, but Netflix, you gotta hold to a higher standard, and you know, I think if he's gonna start collabing with Netflix, doing original movies like this, you know, he has to be putting in 100%, and it seems like he didn't really do that with this film. There is a couple of twists and turns, especially in the third act of the film, that kind of held our interest a little bit, and that's another one of my likes. I really liked the twist of this film. It really made me like, whoa, like it was pretty shocking to see all of that stuff, because there is a couple of true life cases that are similar to the story. So it actually kind of pulled me into that whole crime drama aspect of this film. That's all I can say really about it. The rest of the film was part of my dislike. So there was a lot of side characters like Jasmine's husband, who plays a cop. I didn't really care for the acting, as well as some of her lawyer associates, who also did not do a great job. It's just all the side characters to the extras in the background that were like looking at the camera. Yes, they were looking at the camera, especially this one diner scene, oh my god. A lot of this stuff was cringeworthy, guys. The biggest noticeable cringe was the music. It sounded like some stock music you would find on YouTube that you just kind of copy and paste in there, and it just really seemed off-putting. It seemed like a commercial at times, and it just really sucked me out of the movie. That being said, I don't want to make this review too long, guys, because I didn't think this was a great one at all. And Tyler Perry is a good guy, and I think he's a good actor. I mean, in this film, we got to see he was kind of like the boss or the head of the firm, I believe, that everyone kind of worked at, the lawyers that were involved in this film, and he did a decent job when they showed him on screen. He was a hard ass. He kind of reminded me of Peter Parker's boss in the Spider-Man movies, so that kind of gives you an example of his character. But this movie, guys, was not that great. If I got to give it a rating, I'll probably give it a 2.5 out of 5. I sat all the way through it, but I was just looking at my phone half of the time, and some of the performances were not that great. Yeah, this is probably a movie you guys are gonna forget in like T-1 hour. And I'm not the only one that thinks this, guys. Apparently on Twitter, they are tearing this movie apart. It's very unfortunate because I do like Tyler Perry, like I said. I mean, it's not that he's a bad director or writer at all. It's just that some of the subject matter he chooses to talk about just is for a niche market. And I think if he does maybe explore and go a little deeper, like this movie's ending suggested, I think he kind of has a good home for dramatic, crime, thrilling type of movies. He just needs to explore it a little more, and probably with some more talented actors, if I gotta be honest. So that ends my review, guys, for A Fall from Grace. It is now streaming on Netflix. Have you guys seen it? Let me know in the comments below, or are you guys gonna totally pass up on it? And if you guys did like this review, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe and bell notification for more content like this. Till next time, I'm gone, guys. Peace.